Okay.
And we're live.
And we're back.
Good morning, San Francisco.
It's global. This is international. Yeah. Let's get down to it. What is cracking, guys? It's Girl Talk here, and today we are gonna talk about something that we have both experienced, and we just kind of want to share our opinions and maybe get some feedback from you guys. Let us know what you guys think about this topic, because it's kind of sensitive. It has to deal with relationships, and if your significant other has a friend of the opposite sex that you're not comfortable with, or if they're just talking to somebody, you know, it's kind of like, who should you get mad at and when should you get mad at them? Or even if you're that person in the relationship who's talking to someone else, and you know who you should be blaming. So we've both experienced this in our many different relationships that we've had.
Well, don't make it sound like I'm
No, we haven't. No, just in our lifetime. So now we're just gonna kind of share that with you guys. So let's jump right into it.
Okay. So this is the best example that I can think of this, is if anybody ever watches Jerry Springer. And I know that that's a little outlandish for, you know, normal relationships. But this happens all the time on Jerry Springer, and this is when it initially started to tick me off. Is when they go on there and the girl's got the guy and the guy was sleeping with the best friend, and you know the bells ring to fight, and the girl goes right past her man and starts wailing on her best friend, and then is like, oh baby, you know, I love you, let's be together. Okay, ladies. The man is just as much to blame for that as the woman, because the woman could not, you know, sleep with herself, and the man had to do some part in that. So it irritates me when they go straight to the other woman and the man is not to blame at all. And they're just like, baby, I love you, let's be together. Like, he had his part in that too. So in situations like that, man is equally to blame, and it irritates me so much when ladies don't, because then you're just sending a message. I don't want to act like I'm preaching or something, but it like sends this message that it's okay for the man to continue to do that, and then you wonder why you're on the next episode of Jerry Springer, because you didn't confront your man. Like, now he thinks, oh cool, you know, she's just gonna beat up this skank and on to the next, because I got off like scotch-free, she loves me, she's just gonna run right back to me, be with me. And it's annoying, ladies. Like, get some empowerment, please. Whoop the crap out your man. I don't know if anybody knows that woman. I know that woman who's always like, oh, you know, so-and-so's husband keeps texting me and keeps this and that. Okay, what are you texting them back that's making them think it's okay to text you that thing? Like, is it all just him harping on you, or are you giving him a little something to come back and nibble
like, you
on?
could ignore the person. You don't have to respond to them, you know? Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, if it's one person who's doing all of the work and you know this, then yeah, you have every right to be pissed off at that person. But if there's two people who's putting in the same work to talk to each other or go out of their way to step over boundaries, then you need to just not blame, oh, that girl, that bitch, or whatever. You know, you need to be like, oh, well, you know, my man is putting in some effort too. So
it's not just the woman. And I've had those cases where, like, I wasn't mad at the woman at all, because, you know, my man's over here being like, oh, you know, we ain't together, we ain't this, we ain't that. And then I see it on Jerry Springer too, you know, where there's like, if the man is telling this other woman that you guys aren't together, then I feel like you shouldn't be blaming your man, not the other woman. I mean, she don't know. She was told that he's single, that he's free, and I always see it on Jerry Springer, and they're still harping on the woman, and she's like, I didn't know he even had a girl. Like, that's your man's problem. That ain't her problem. It's your man's problem, because your man's going around acting like he's free game for the world to jump on.
That's actually happened to me once. I was in high school and I had no intentions whatsoever to date this guy. We were friends. We were just friends, strictly friends. And he was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like joking around, I'm gonna make you my wife someday and you're gonna be my girlfriend and I'm gonna buy you all these gifts and blah, blah, blah. And one day I show up at school and this girl is all in my face and she was like, are you talking to my man? We've been together for 2 years. And blah, blah, blah. And I was like, whoa, hold on. Like, let me show you the text messages where he told me he was single and he told me, that he did this. And I apologized to her. I told her that I didn't know that he was in a relationship for so long. And I'm just like, the whole time that I was in high school, the same year that she was in high school, she gave me hell for talking to her man. And I don't know, I couldn't see it. I was like, it's not my fault. Like, I was as honest as I could be. Like, I gave you everything you wanted to know. I gave you proof and evidence, and
yet you're still with your man.
Exactly. And it just things like that just doesn't make sense to me.
It irritates me. That's when ladies, like, again, I don't mean to sound preachy, but it's like, stand united, because it's women like that who are sending men the wrong message that it's okay to do
whatever it
is that they're doing. And I'm not trying to say that it's only the women, like if women didn't do that then no men would ever do wrong, because obviously it's certain, it is up to the man. But I mean, men do feed off of, like, they like to, sometimes, not all of you, some of you are great, but sometimes, and women too, we like to test and see what can I get away with and how far can I go, and let me test the waters and see, what's going to slip by and what's going to be acceptable. And then it's stuff like that, like, okay, I just got away with talking to that girl, let me see if I can get away talking to this girl or this guy or whatever the case may be. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Yeah, it's annoying. I'm annoyed.
We're very annoyed. See this face?
It's a face of annoyedness. I like to feel like, I can count on my fellow women and come to you, whether you be like a complete stranger to me and be like, yo, this is what your man is doing, I'm looking out for you, and not have you backlash at me for whatever it is.
There have been some times where I've witnessed a relationship going where the man was, doing other stuff, and I was just like watching on the outside, and I was like, dude, if that was me, I would so want someone to tell me.
Yeah.
And I didn't say anything because I was afraid that this girl, this person, would blame me or call me a liar or be like, no, you're just
trying to sabotage my
and it's like, I don't know, like, I feel like women should be more honest when it comes to that, and women should also be more accepting when somebody is trying to be honest and trying to, like, inform you about something that's going on within your relationship.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily that, someone's trying to sabotage. It's just, I always feel like everyone should have all the information. I feel like without all the information, you're being deceived and you're being tricked because you don't know the person that you're with, really. And so I feel like I should be able, like, I want to help you and I want you to have all the information, and should you choose to stay with them or not is your business, but I feel like you should be able to make the decision with all the facts.
Exactly.
And I want to be able to, like, help my fellow woman without her being like, oh, you just, this and that and da-da-da-da.
You're jealous. You want my man. I know you want him.
I don't.
Dude, I'm just looking out for you. Like, come on. Let's have a little class.
Because that's how I believe in treating people in the way you want to be treated. And that's how I would want someone to do for me. So I feel like it's a pay it forward kind of situation. I would want you to come to me just as much as I'm dying to be able to go to you and tell you, whatever it is that I want you to know. So I would want someone to do that to me too. I would hate to, wake up one day and all of a sudden realize that all my friends know something about my man that I didn't know, and my relationship's now crumbling because I'm blindsided by something, and everyone's going, oh, well, girl, I knew that. And I'm like, and nobody told me? Why? because you all just decided to stay. It's like that time I was walking down the street and I was about to walk into a hole and everyone just stopped 10 feet back to watch me walk into this hole. And then I'm like, oh my God, where'd this hole come from? And everyone's like, oh girl, we saw that kind of happen. Why didn't you tell me before I went, like, you know, knee deep down into a hole? I could have avoided said hole had my friends been looking out for me.
That's such a perfect example.
It is, right? That really happened to me too. That really did happen. My friends did that and watched me walk into a hole. And I'm just like, really? Why didn't you say something? And everyone's like, oh, we knew, we saw that hole. It's annoying.
It's really
I can't stress how annoying it is and how completely annoyed that I am. Okay, excuse me for a moment. I'll have to step away. I'm receiving urgent news. Take it away.
Okay, well, apparently that's all that we have time for today. So we hope that you guys enjoyed our opinions and that you guys, I don't know, if you guys have anything that you guys want to share, or if you guys feel the same way or feel a different way, let us know in the comments below, because we would be very intrigued to read about how you guys feel, and you know, maybe you have a similar situation or opinion. I mean, there's so much noise going on, oh my gosh. But yeah, so stay tuned for next time, and we will see y'all later.